Welcome to the B-side for August 2018. This is a good one because we have a giveaway and I have some really cool records to show you. You're not going to want to miss. Stick around right after this. Alright, first things first, gotta do some housekeeping. Talk about the albums that came out this month that I heard, that I liked or did not like. Gotta be honest, a lot of the albums I was looking forward to have not come out by the time I'm filming this. That includes Alice in Chains, the Third Eye Blind covers album, Wild Nothing, Helios, and Tash Sultana. So none of those are out. I haven't heard them. I'm excited to hear them, but not for this video. Sorry. There are a few we can talk about though. First up is Death Cab for Cutie, Thank You for Today. Now, Death Cab is a very consistent band. I think that the best stuff they've ever put out is probably the Plans and Transatlanticism era of their career. However, everything has been good. I've never really heard a Death Cab album and been like, this isn't good. Maybe Codes and Keys, that was kind of a weak album. Their last album had a couple great songs on it, and this one, there weren't any standout tracks for me, but it was just consistent and good the whole way through. So it almost felt like one long song, but the sound they were putting out was really classic Death Cab, really good. And on one listen, I really liked it, but I didn't love it. So I think it'll grow on me. I think I'll probably find some favorites as I listen to it more. But right now, solid 7 out of 10. Nothing special, but certainly better than your average album. Now I just gotta mention it, I gotta talk about it. Travis Scott, Astroworld. My first impression, I posted it on Twitter as soon as I heard it, and I said it was a 7 out of 10. I said that the beats were a 9 out of 10, and the actual lyrical content and the substance was 2 out of 10. Now, at this point, I think having reflected, having listened a little more, I think this is an incredibly forgettable album, just like everything Travis Scott has ever done. I don't think I am the demographic for Travis Scott. I don't love trap, I don't love kind of substanceless rap, and that's kind of what he's known for. Now I'll say this, the beats are still excellent. The production on this album is probably the best production on any of his albums to date. I love the track with James Blake, I love the track with Frank Ocean, but overall, never gonna listen to this again. It's just so forgettable, I'm sorry. If you like Travis Scott, good for you, I don't know why. George Clanton's latest album, Slide, is a definite triumph. George Clanton is known from the Vaporwave scene for doing a lot of different aliases. He has the Mirror Kisses project, the Esprit project, and then of course his own project, George Clanton. Now he's starting to get a lot more approval, he's getting some Pitchfork write-ups, well deserved. The dude is immensely talented, he hustles harder than most people, doing all sorts of tours around the US, putting out tons of material, putting out physical releases, running his own label. The dude is a monster, and that's a good song on the album, but I digress. This album, Slide, is a monstrous pop masterpiece. Overall, I can't even pick a song that I like the most. It's just a great experimental psychedelic pop listen front to back. Vaporwave inspired, of course, because that's where his roots are, but this is just a really good album that anyone should listen to. It's mutated pop. It doesn't go in any direction you expect. You kind of feel like you're crazy when listening to it sometimes, but in the best possible way. Love this album. One of my favorites of the year so far, just off 2 listens. Make sure you hear Slide as well as everything else he's ever done, especially the Esprit project. That's my favorite. Next up, we have L1011, Bankers Hill. L1011, amazing instrumental band. 2 people, just an amazing drummer and an incredible guitarist. They put out such an immense sound for 2 people. You would imagine it's a full band, but they are just so good at what they do. They can hit you with that wall, that carefully constructed, well-textured wall of sound that they've been known for since their first album. Now, I didn't love their album before this. I thought it was very good, but it wasn't like blowing my mind like their early stuff. Bankers Hill has brought me right back into the fold of loving everything they're doing. This is such a powerful album. They really have carved out a sound that someone said it to me on Twitter, and I really think this is a really apt comparison. It occupies the space between Tycho and Explosions in the Sky, which is a really nice comparison for those of you who like those artists but maybe haven't dove into Bankers Hill or L1011 yet at all. But these guys are great live. I'm really happy with the press and quality too. I definitely splurged on the bundle because I was hoping it would be this good, and it was. So I did get the limited version, which is on this really neat, it's like yellow with faint splatter. I wanted to make sure that I had the limited version because I put my faith in these guys. I'll follow them until their career is done, and they really never let me down. So Bankers Hill, one of my favorite albums of the year thus far. All right, it's giveaway time. You've been waiting for this moment, and I'm gonna give it to you because I'm done with holding the record that you have a chance to win. Super easy to win. I'm gonna tell you how. The record I'm giving away is Channel Darling, Slow Dancing Society. You may remember me giving away his first album, The Sound of Lights Went Dim, on a video maybe a couple months ago. This is his latest effort, the Torchlight Parade Volume 1 and 2. Now, if you liked the sound of lights when dim, you know he's very talented, but this is a very different sound. Drew Sullivan, aka Slow Dance Society, has tipped his toe in a completely different water. This time, he's experimenting with a cyberpunk kind of tech house ambient experience that is much more dark and droney and synthy than it is kind of ethereal like some of his previous projects. But it is an absolute win. I love that he can change his sound so drastically, and still you can hear where the inspiration comes from his early material, but it's just represented so beautifully. I love this cover. The purple is amazing, and of course the gatefold is just this beautiful image. Everything about this, he really amped up the quality of the physical package. This is a nice thick gatefold jacket. Got 2 color discs. First one is on this nice kind of metallic silver, and the second one, curveball, is this really nice green. So 2 color discs, awesome album, sounds great, looks great. You want to own this. You want this in your collection, and I'm giving you a chance to have it. You're not going to get my open copy. No. You're going to get a brand new sealed copy. To win, all you have to do is this. Be subscribed to this channel, listen to this album on Bandcamp, which I'm going to link below. Leave a comment, say whatever you were going to say for the video, but also say what your favorite track on the album is. I want to make sure you like it before you enter, you know, because, I mean, I have no doubt you're going to like it because it's so good. But tell me what you like, then you'll be entered. I will pick a random person a week from now. You will win Torchlight Parade Volume 1 and 2, and I'm really excited to give it to you. This is open internationally, as all my contests have been lately, because I love all y'all, no matter where you live. So someone's gonna win. Don't know who it is. Looking forward to seeing the winner. Enjoy the album. Good work, Drew. I've been waiting so long for this. I talked about this, I feel like a year ago in a video, maybe even more. I Am 8-Bit has finally shipped this to me. I forgot I even ordered this, it was so long. Battletoads Battle Maniac soundtrack. I love this cover so much, and I'm actually really impressed it's a gatefold. I was expecting a kind of cheapo jacket. I don't know why, I just was. But let me show you how cool the color of the record is. So Battletoads is a staple of my childhood. I did the Battletoads record that you guys have seen me talk about in various videos. That one actually has a gatefold that you open up and sound comes out, which is really cool. I did a video with Kate about video game vinyl, and that's a great one. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it out. This one is just a standard, there's no crazy bells and whistles like that, but really nice. Ooh, I just felt that there's some embossing on the cover. Wow. Didn't expect that. Maybe there are some bells and whistles. I lied. But this is really nice art. You got the Dark Queen. You got all the Battletoads. Basically, it's a game where you play as these roided out toads, beat the crap out of things, and it's awesome. It's a side-scrolling game. And they made the record color amazing, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like in person. Ooh, that's pretty glorious. This really kind of dark, rainbowy splatter of all the toad colors. This is really well done release. I can't wait to listen to this. The music's gonna bring me right back to being like a 9-year-old playing my Sega Genesis, which is really what I want to be doing right now in my life. Next up, after waiting also a long ass time like the Battletoads vinyl, Sailor Wave by Macross. This is a very coveted album in the vaporwave scene, fusing J-pop and future funk and vaporwave sounds to make a really fun album. And they finally put it on vinyl with this nice authentic obi strip to give it that Japanese feel. I believe this was pressed, I think Hong Kong is where it got pressed, Neon City Records. But yeah, just a standard black vinyl, that's all you need. It's a great album. It's long sold out, so unfortunately you will not be able to pick this up for a cheap price. But adding to my vaporwave vinyl collection is a top priority for me. I'm getting less tapes than usual these days because I feel like all the best albums are being put onto vinyl because people are realizing that there's a market for it and it sounds great on vinyl. So yeah, Sailor Wave, it's here. I used to watch Sailor Moon every day after school because I was waiting for Dragon Ball Z, and I kind of liked it too. And finally, speaking of vaporwave on vinyl, I am incredibly honored and excited to share this last one with you. This is an artist where I don't just love their music, I consider them a friend, and I built this friendship by buying their releases and talking with them online, and they're incredibly nice, humble, awesome, just a great dude. Actually, he included a little note with this, which I thought was awesome. This is our first interaction on Facebook where I was like, "Playa, I may not be around at 9, but I have almost all your tapes. Could you possibly hold a master trial version for me?" He was putting out a vaporwave release that was like a Zelda-inspired vaporwave beat tape, and he was like, I don't think he said this, but he says that he said, "No, go suck a scab, you treacle-nosed goblin." I don't think he said that. That would have been really mean. But then he cuts down to August 10th, 2018, where he says, I love your brain, and I said, you are my everything. This is the Wizard of Loneliness. Now, I have a ton of his tapes. I probably have behind this camera like 9 or 10 of his beat tapes. He does jazzy hip-hop inspired, lo-fi, vaporwavy beat tapes that are all so good, I can't help but buy it every time he puts a new one out because the art is great, the tape looks great, and the concepts are always 10 out of 10. But this is his first foray into the vinyl world. This is the cover. He signed it for me, which I'm incredibly excited about, little WOL. If you don't know Wizard of Loneliness, that is a reference to one of the most underrated TV shows right now, Nathan For You. If you don't watch it, you should. But yeah, this is, I guess, a compilation of a bunch of his really cool beats. And like I said, first foray into vinyl. It is on colored vinyl. Looks really nice. It's like this teal. Kind of looks like the same teal that was the King Gizzard record that I did with Vinyl Moon. Same kind of translucent teal, and it looks really good with the cover. Sounds really nice too. So everything about this pressing is great. The album itself is awesome. I mean, this is a great smattering of his stuff, and I think that anyone could appreciate this from any walk of life who likes any kind of music at all. It is limited to 200. It is not getting a repress, and I think it's still on sale as of this video. So it's crazy to me that it's not sold out. You guys should definitely go buy one. That about does it for the B-side for August. I gotta let you guys know there will be no A-side for September, and that's because there's not really any albums coming out that I'm excited for, and I can only think of 1 or 2 records that's coming in. It's kind of a dead zone month for me, so lots of time to plan good content for the channel, plan big moves in the future. So I'll be putting out videos, of course, all throughout September, and I will do a B-side that has all the stuff that came in, probably a couple live streams. So stick around, make sure you're plugged into the Too Many Records universe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. More videos soon. Take it easy.